All right. Looking good to go live. And yep, it's up on Twitch. Cool, cool. Let's get back to it. So when we last left off, we are at General Radon, and we've tried to take him on a couple of times, and whew, it is really something. So I've had a couple thoughts. There's one thing that I'm going to try and experiment with right now. I need to turn back, actually, and get to a Site of Grace. So I'm just going to pop up to this one. I'm going to try retooling some weapons momentarily. What I want to see is... where is it? Ashes of War. Can we affect Radon with poison? And will that help us out in the fight? Just put Poisonous Ash and the Poison Affinity on this. And we've got the Heavy Battle Axe ready to go. In terms of our equipment, I think the Jousting Charm is going to do us better here because we're being on horseback the whole dang time. Might want to try that and the Star Scourge Heirloom here. Let's see. Lose about 15 HP. It's not a big deal. Still be at the medium load. It's probably about right. Oh, it's always nice to log on and find my messages are getting appraised. Can I know, like... Ah, I can know how they're doing. Yep. So nothing at the Chapel of Anticipation, a little bit at Castle Morn. Try Trap, therefore up. Likely Bug. Don't give up Skeleton back in Limgrave. On some messages I've discovered from other people. So none of mine have broken like 10 updates, but that's fine. Alright, so our game plan here is... Oops. Oh, interesting, I can't change equipment while I'm here. We can't swing while we're in this plaza, it looks like.
Into the fray to keep.
Champions, welcome.
He's gonna do his spiel again.
The festival is nigh. General Radon, mightiest demigod of the Shattering, awaits you. Champions, prepare for battle. Defeat the general, claim glory, and grab that great rune. A celebration of war. The Radon Festival!
Okay, yeah, so there's the whole spiel. I only heard half of that before. We're still not going to summon anybody to help fight Radon, which seems pretty painful. I got the feeling fighting him that you're really intended to have assistance from some summons. So we come in through here and have, what am I missing? Let's see, we're coming back through here, aren't we? No? I forgot how I got through here before. But looking at that, pretty sure I remember going into this building. Maybe he was on one of the sides. That's death, right? Yep, certain death. Into here, through here, and I thought we were going there, but I guess not. So it's... Do I need to go back and talk to that guy again? Does that, like, update the positions of things? Like, talking to him might update the doors.
Are you good? The festival.
Before we begin.
Okay, yeah, I have seen that before. So I guess you can rewatch that. That's cool.
The celebration.
So now we head over here. Yeah, so now the forward door is open. And the side door too, for whatever reason. So it just wants to make sure you get the full lore before you go on in here. I can appreciate that. Alright, I'm gonna try slapping Radon about for a little bit with this. And see if we can't get some results out of that. We've got 81 poison buildup. Now, some of the other options, we could also throw in a poison grease. I want to see Okay, so while we have the poison affinity on the weapon, we can't apply poison grease, which is a standard Dark Souls rule. And I wanted to check that for a moment. It might take a couple of tries, even just to close in on this guy. He is a jerk. Let's remember what I figured out last night. So start running for him. I didn't get the dodge right. This is gonna take a while. Star Scourge Radon. What a piece of work. I kind of expect that there's a shield that can be equipped that blocks enough damage that you can just advance on him while blocking and it's fine. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe enchanted in a certain way with some other stuff alongside it. Nope, didn't urge the horse at the right time. The horseback dodge of that attack is trickier, but I feel like it's important for me to figure that out. Because if anything happens during the fight that causes him to break that out on me, I could just die, and that's no good. Now, also, I have poison as an available effect, but I believe there was also, like, a rot grease. I don't have the ability to make it. I found some greases. Yeah, there is a rot grease that causes scarlet rot. And it makes me wonder if that can be afflicted on him. He's theoretically succumbed or succumbing to scarlet rot even now. So, it means is... Sorry, oh, I don't want to be on horseback with this. Are his resistances going to be worse? Better? Is it not going to work because he's put up with it for so long already? This is the attack I need to be on horseback starting from. Okay, block that on a sand dune. And now I'm dead. Yeah, I can barely figure out how to get this fight started. Like, if I was playing casually, I'd probably be trying to kill this guy just with arrows or something. Seems like the routine is pretty predictable. I clipped my horse for half his health. Oh, okay. I can barely get, like, in and out of his range, because you can't do things that quickly. Which makes me think maybe I'm supposed to be on foot when I get close to him, but I don't know. He moves around really quickly, and his attacks are super big. Yeah. The first attempt I managed to get close to him, I got in a few attacks on horseback, in and out. Just need to be really conservative about it. Oh, I got unhorsed. Whew. Couldn't get away fast enough. Ay, ay, ay. Well, I think you're actually right about that. It's a pretty cool observation. Because his attacks do have that same visual flair as gravity magic. If only I could shut that off. Should be a bad time for his horse, but I could do well for him to move around more slowly. Come on! He just leapt all the way to me, and I can't, like, dodge on the horse fast enough. Because I think dodging on the horse just gives me movement. I don't think it gives me invulnerability. Oh, man. Okay. This time I'm going to try without the horse when I'm in melee, and I'm just going to be super close to him. And try dodging around. Seems like he's got really long combos, though, so we're going to see how this goes. I'm really thinking this is going to be the first boss I have to look at a tutorial for. Okay, just, that felt really random. Like, I did almost the same thing I've done every other fight. This time I died. Just because I got hit by, like, a different spread of those shots. And it's not like I can make another choice while he's got the, like, chasing arrows from the sky going. I'm thinking I might have cut in too close to him while the chasing arrows were going. What? I got unmounted and I don't know why. And there's a death. This might be doable without being on horseback. Alright, I'm going to work on something else for now. So I can see that this fight is designed with a lot of other intents here. You've got these other NPCs to summon, all this other stuff, and not using any of that does feel very punishing. There's a couple things I wanted to check on. First of all, I think I'm probably missing some kind of area in Limgrave or the area surrounding Limgrave. And the thing that makes me think that is, I don't recall if it's on the info tab. No, it's on, I think, the key items tab. Yeah, so these nomadic cookbooks, I'm going from 2 to 5. I imagine 3 and 4 are probably somewhere pretty early in the game. I'm also missing 9. And then everything else is sequential. But the fact that I'm missing 3, 4 makes me think that I'm probably missing some kind of merchant somewhere in Limgrave. So let me think about that. We're starting play from this vicinity. I have been down to the coast and looked around there to a decent extent. There might be some more stuff on the coast. This area, I don't think I've checked out. That seems like it might be kind of suspicious. I haven't been into this forest. That could even host a dungeon. Let's see. I'm not sure if I've found anything south of the Mistwood apart from Fort Height. So we're going to check out kind of those places for a bit. Okay, so that should be west of my current position. We had some groups fighting each other for a bit. I don't think I've spoken to this fellow. Actually, I've seen him before.
Such the heart you brought. If you should find yourself overcome by hunger for the and seek the decrepit church, you must know for those who partake in their hunger for dragon until the floodgates, the strength of a mighty dragon. It's no surprise that dragon can. You must know for those who part their hunger for until the flood.
Okay, so he was going to talk to me about dragon stuff. Looks like there's Grace over here. And we've got a weird number of bloodstains next to this Grace. Getting a little bit of lag while this all loads up. Golden runes, some octopus stuff. Message out there. Got a spirit spring down here. Okay, we've got a fire, but this guy's not friendly. Ouch, excuse me. Ash of War Gravitas. Ooh, okay. Is that actually a gravity-oriented Ash of War? That's a first. And that looks like it's a cave. Is this an undocumented cave, or is this the, It looks undocumented. Definitely gonna need the lantern in here. Hearing some Demi-Humans. Haligdrake Talisman. Holy damage negation. Okay. Oh, that's the one going into the Stranded Graveyard. Okay, so now I know how to get that. Cool. Okay. So I'm gonna check the forest to the south of the Seaside Ruins now. That item will be a tease no more. Okay, that's some proof that I haven't been through here. Looks like this doesn't lead anywhere, though. See, this looks a bit short of a forest. Get my tongue for a sec. So I'm guessing I probably wound up a bit more west than I had intended. Yep. Just a mushroom over there. I guess demi-humans have red eyes at night. I don't think it makes them any tougher. They might be more aggressive. What the? That kind of appeared out of nowhere. Now, I see one of those little spirit tree thingamajigs. Flower ahead, noted. Okay, yeah, I don't think I have really played up on that there. It looks like I can probably cross here. Uh-oh. Nope. Not quite. Well, I can just go to the Weeping Peninsula without too much trouble. So it looks like we've got something over there. Okay, so we just go south of the Lookout Tower and then go into the forests down below. Okay, here's what I saw. I'll let him catch up in a moment. Oh. There's something down this way. Well, that's quite thoroughly hidden. The Earthbore Cave. Ah, it wasn't that simple. Ah, these are low stat rats. Stake here. All right. There was another offshoot in the cave I initially fell down into as well. Huh. Not even a terribly valuable item. What do we have over here then? Three glowstones, lots of bones, and we're falling. Ooh, okay, we've got a large bear. There's like a bit of a Skyrim cave going on here. And the bear's the boss. do a bit too much damage to have to put up with this kind of boss right now. The Spelldrake Talisman. Okay, that's the kind of thing we've been looking for. Give us spell resistance. Smoldering Butterfly. Trina's Lily. Those things were rare once upon a time, but now this is cleared out. Yeah, the Spelldrake Talisman fills up one of those kind of logical gaps that is missing in terms of what we found so far. We found a, like, +1 lightning talisman, but nothing regarding spell damage. Let's see. Yeah, Spellfire and Lightning is the basics in terms of damage types in the game. I don't think the game features Dark as an individual damage type. Although it looks like the game does have Holy Damage as a different damage type, as we found with the earlier Talisman. Also, nice to get a solid confirmation that I'm pretty much strong enough to fight and kill bears now. There are a couple places where I suspect that bears have been blocking me off from something or other. Alright, so let's see. We've been to the Morn Tunnel over that way. I haven't found many landmarks in the east, and it looks like there might be a landmark up over here. Let's see. No, we were looking for that half tower up there. Looks like it's something significant. Poison plants over there. I've not been going out of my way to kill too many poison plants. I'm assuming that they don't have high-profile drops, because they're not that uncommon an enemy. Pick up a couple spare runes along the way. What is that? Huh. Plant or flower? Looks poisonous. Do we have a merchant over here? No, just a camp. Okay, it does look like we've likely got something up here. It's a properly named location. First lookout tower. Looks like I got some gloves. A ballista? That's pretty rude. Oh, a hand ballista. Okay. So, new weapon. Solid. Let's see. What else looks like it's meaningful? That is maybe just rubbish. It's hard to tell. Like a bit of a graveyard down there. The Tower of Return was one of those where we found a teleporter. And that was the most significant thing in that area. It was a teleporter that put us in Kalis. I'm not seeing too many areas that look like they logically need to have something. So, the Mistwood, we've only found the Mistwood Ruins, and that's about it. And it's a pretty large area, so we might have something more waiting for us there. I feel like I should expect something else in this tranche with the water. I'm gonna go to the Third Church of America and take a look at that. Also, while I'm at it, nothing else is at the Third Church itself, right? Doesn't look to be. Right. This had the teleporter that leads out to the spot with the Beast Cleric guy. That's already done. Done and dusted. So if we head over here, the water continues. I'm not sure if that goes all the way up to Summon Water Village. And then it looks like we've got some switchbacks and things that lead up this hill, eventually towards the Gale Tunnel. This felt like a bit of a story encounter when I first found it, and I did not succeed in it the first time. Gotcha. But I am tougher now. Now, there were some items back over here that I did acquire. Alright. So all that said and done, we didn't get anything for that encounter beyond just what we would normally get for all those kills in terms of the drops. Nothing extra from the bear. Nothing crazy. Seems like a lot of players get killed by those enemies, though, which is kind of funny. And we can see, like, a loose trail of dead wolves leading towards that. So it's kind of this telling the story of their lupine vengeance. Alright, let's see. Got the Summon Water Village. I remember there was a fight up there. That was dealt with. I could try to go up into Castle Morn and talk to the one fellow. I cannot recall if I ever found something in this particular poison swamp, so I'm going to loot back there. Now, in terms of the merchant books I'm looking out for, I think this is probably a bit too far away. I don't expect the merchant books are going to be in... what's it called? I don't expect they're going to be in the Weeping Peninsula. I'm expecting them to be in Limgrave proper. This grouping of jellyfish is strange. Is there something out here? Yeah, there is. Not much of something, but something. Okay, a little bit of poison bloom around here. Some kind of shambling guys. It's all poisonous. There's a couple slimes, but there doesn't look to be anything here. Nothing too impactful or meaningful. Oh. Okay, we got the poison mist spell. It's kind of handy. Something is holding me in combat. But it's not following me. Not notably. Come on now. What is it? I can't open the map. I'm just hanging out here. Come on. Ugh. There we go. Back up through here. Certainly got the left and the right path, but I don't think there's going to be anything else substantial around there. It seems like it's just a path. There was an isolated merchant. Looks like there might be a beach section over here. Can I actually walk on that beach? Also, have I cleared out your shop? Not quite. We'll need these. It's also got the Zweihander, which I can wield, theoretically. Notes in the Walking Mausoleum. We've already got a hold of that. I'm going to go ahead and buy the Zweihander, because I will never remember to come back here. No way. Okay, so... So this is an accessible beach. We've got a lot of undead walking around. Come on, bring the horse out. Alright. You want to come for a bit. Alright. Got a lot of shipwrecks here. And a weird amount of undead. This is like plentiful. This group over here, this is a regular congregation of them. They're tough, too. Golden Rune. It is penguins. We actually have penguins on this coast. Alright. And here's a bit of land octopus. There's like one more item over here. But it looks like this pretty much peters out. Okay. I heard the scarab, but... It's not an important one. Probably already run that one down. Okay, let's see. We're in Tombsword. We have the Tombsword Ruins and then the Witch-oriented ruins. I don't know if I've checked around the pool there. Let's look back at Limgrave proper. So the Mistwood is still probably the most worrisome thing in Limgrave. I have been in and out of here. I have found a merchant inside the Mistwood. Seems like the kind of thing that would be difficult to access. So as is, it's really bothering me that I'm missing these recipe books, and also that I have not found any arts that allow me to do fire damage. Well, there's one of those missing cookbooks. Just hanging out on the floor. And what do we have in this cookbook? This is under key items. That was the cookbook number 4. Fetid pot and roped fetid pots. Excuse me? Which I'm guessing are the pot that causes poison, is my guess. Might actually be rot related, depending. I can pop down here. Now, I've been around the air tree before, and this is pretty close to the craftsman as well. Fetid pots are deadly poison. And they're very, very easy to make. Yep, they just use cracked pots. Cracked pots and poop. This merchant I remember running into. Have I left anything in your inventory hanging out? He's got meats. Various meats. But not a big deal. All that stuff can be found as drops. Yeah, this guy actually had a note to check out of his shack. I'm gonna check along the cliff wall. On the west side of the Mistwood. To see if there might be any dungeons hiding out. Oh, we can get hefty beast bones from boars. That's pretty noteworthy. We've been really lacking in hefty beast bones. So let's make sure we take out boars anywhere we find them. Okay, so I'm going to stick along this left wall. Got a little stuck. Okay, so we've got a little graveyard up in there. Okay, looks like it's probably a no in terms of dungeons along this left side. Let's see. Been up to the Murkwater Cave. There's a possibility that I might have missed something over at the lake. Okay, let's see. You know, I've been seeing some footage of some other people, and apparently these treasure chests can be opened up. But I think these carriages have to be stopped first. Yep, these are lootable. So here we've got a great axe. How many more carriages have I left unlooted in various places? In Limgrave is one of the most plentiful places I've seen those carriages. Let's see, there's one of them at the very starting area thing. Oh yeah, you know, just hanging out on a random random chair, dead man. That's how we roll. You guys. Okay, so there's another carriage up here. Oof, really feeling that I did not take my usual afternoon nap today. That nets us a flail. Let's see. Are we assured to have found everything inside these, this forest? I mean, I think so. It's not that big. So it looks like I didn't actually find a cave down in the lake. But I did find a dragon in the lake and took it out. That is a lethal drop. Oops. I thought that was roughly survivable. Yeah, it's right by the Limgrave tunnels. Where do the Limgrave tunnels lead to? Does the tunnel not have an exit somewhere else? Oh. Let's see, and there's still 2 tunnel areas that I haven't successfully cleared. Let's see, where were they? The Black Knife Catacombs I did not successfully clear. And there was another set of these that had another magma worm that I haven't beaten. I think that was the Gowl Cave or something. All these other places I think I've gotten done by and large. Yeah, I think it's the Gale Tunnel there. The Gale Tunnel and the Black Knives Catacombs, I think, are the only sub-dungeons where I've met the boss and said, you know what, let's not. Basically want to check out the southeastern end of this, I think. Yeah, so we've got a lot of bats there, but no cave? No cave for the bats? Come on. This looks like dead-end territory. This is about where we were checking out the beach before, wasn't it? Yeah, because we were checking out that beach down there. I'm gonna fix up some coffee for myself a little later. Okay, that's the fella that I talked to before. Right. Okay. And this stretch of lake does not look very special. As a note, though, it's not too much fuss to take out crabs now. Okay, and then up through there is the Murkwater Cave, which we know about. I've already dealt with that. Okay, different subject. The giant wanted to talk to me just outside of the manor. Just up over here. Yeah, it was just on the road outside of Korea Manor. So perhaps now that I've dealt with the manor, he'll have something different to say. Or he'll have moved. Both valid. Let's see. He was like sitting on a rock or something. That's in there, isn't it? Hey, what's up with you?
Well, my fast war concept. I take it you've heard of the eternal city of Knoxwell. It has a twin. After years of expeditions, by going underground, through the well in the mistwood of Limoni, we've Blythe's made a good go of it, to be honest. Blythe is Lady Rani's mother, Queen Renala. They were always happy when Lady Rani renounced her flesh and chose the dark path of the Empyrean. Blythe and I, but none of us will ever promise to look after Blythe. Man.
Interesting. Okay. That is noteworthy. And he's got a lot of somber smithing stones. And he can also strengthen armaments, which is kind of handy. Though I don't particularly have a need for this right now. Oh, that's right. I found the Nox Flowing Sword after beating those bosses in Celia. That's fine. Upgrading the Mace is the next thing in order. Got the Commander's Standard from killing the Commander over in another place.
I take it you well. After years by going underground, through the well only, we've Blythe's made it, to be honest.
Yeah, that makes two of us. And this is the King's Realm Ruins, which I think I've already traipsed through a bit. So at this point, he's not particularly keen on talking with me about the manor. Which is a major element of conversation from before. E.g., forgive me, these royal grounds were placed in our trust, but we stood no chance. How many of these messages are trolls? Actually, hold on. I think I might see what they're indicating here. Is this something? Oh. Well then. What have we here? What the heck are you? You are nasty. Alright, well, let's try that again. Okay, so that's a whole nother thing to look out for. Using a jumping attack to reveal a secret area in the floor. Well, quite thankful for these messages then. My analysis of most of these ruins has been pretty surface level, considering this. There it is. Excuse me. Oh boy. Ouch. This dude is real rude. I was able to half kill him. He's just real fast. He's fast, he defies the lock-on as well. It's actually quite difficult to stay out of all that poison. Oh, that's actually an item. I managed to get my runes a little bit displaced from the way down in the course of fighting him. And there are an unfortunate number of wolves around here. Where was that spot? Let's see. I think it's more over this way. There it is. Ah, dang it. I could have guessed that it would have an extra capstone at the end of that attack. I might actually need to equip something for more poison resist, because that poison breath is really getting me. Let's see. I do have the all resist option. Yeah, it'll be way better than this for this fight. Actually, we can do immunity alone, and that should be bigger. It's kind of a general rule for these talismans that improve everything. If it improves everything, then the one that improves just the thing that you need is going to be better. Not here, right? Another spot with 3 messages around. There it is. Excuse me. I still like starting the fight with the flask. This is a very explosive, fast fight. So just like preventing one hit of damage is enough to like turn the tide, I think. Ay. When it teleports into vomit, it's very difficult for me to figure out the trajectory because it doesn't have a whole lot of actual lead time on the poison spit attack. I think the extra immunity is going to be helpful though. Oh. Wow, that covers that much ground. Yeah, that's tapping me every single time he does it. Ah, that's a really big poison effect as well. That's like draining me fast. I can't go a lot harder in terms of this fight. And I think I just need to kill him really fast. If I can't avoid that poison spit, because he's tracking the entire time he's holding it back, and when he actually releases it, it's very wide. Come on. He's sticking to mostly physical attacks in this rendition. Got him. He's dead. Don't have to fight him again. I didn't have the time to actually get off another drink in that like span. So he was dead or that was it, I think. Just a real frenetic fight. If I didn't have as much damage on my battle axe, I think my only recourse there would be to try a faster weapon to get in like a couple extra hits. So he had pretty short opening windows. We could definitely only get one hit so long as we were on the battle axe. Something else might have afforded us more options for damage. The Frozen Needle. Doubtless some other pretty cool weapon. Yep, a frost-based rapier. We could actually equip this if we want, so we can get our dexterity up to 20. Which is pretty neat. Forged by Iji, the Carrion Royal Blacksmith, can inflict frost upon enemies and launch its blade with a strong attack. The blade immediately regenerates. So it actually has a ranged attack on its strong attack. Interesting. So this drives home a point. It's probably true that every single ruins has something underneath it. And we might not have found that in every single case, which sucks because there's no marker on these ruins that says whether or not they're actually complete. Basically, though, the way we're looking at it, every single ruin's got to have something. At the Gatefront ruins, we were able to go underground and get like an item. I'm gonna check back at the Layscar ruins, or the Laskier ruins, because I don't remember if I found something here. Now, the Laxier ruins are a little big, to be sure. Well, I guess there is a teleporter here that leads somewhere, and I don't remember where. There's also this guy, and this summon thing, which is another one of those guys I just fought. So I'm actually going to try and see if I can clear out this area. We had a ritual pot back here, okay? Come on. What the heck? I could not get away from him in the span of those 3 attacks. Like hammering on dodge on horseback. Can't do it. I've used the teleporter before, but I don't remember where this one goes. The ritual pot is very noteworthy. So we can take out several of the other enemies, it seems, before going into the center and triggering the last guy. The big guy, rather. So it seems like some of these guys, I don't know if they're just respawning or what. Because continually finding more of them as I do this feels really lame. I barely got off that attack. A Ghost Glove Ward is kind of in the rare category of materials. It's not something that I value for this run, but it is valued by the game in a general sense. Behold, death. Huh. Yep. So, I think it's safe to say that the reason this place is significant from the game's perspective is probably this teleporter and possibly also that fight. Because that fight could be seen by some as a gate on the teleporter. So, I need to remember where this takes me. And I might want to put a marker on Laskyar. And actually, I need to mark all of the ruins where I know that I found something. Okay, so this just goes straight to the southern gate of Liurnia. So I'm just going to put a little marker. And I'm just going to put little flags in places that I know that I've cleared out the basement of. So there was definitely a basement in the Gatefront ruins that is dealt with. And just before this, we had our little revelation of, these are probably all important. Over at another set of ruins. So I know what's in the basement at Witchbane, and I haven't been able to do anything about it. There's like an NPC there who wants to talk, but is in a bad mood. It's not that she's in a bad mood. She's like chained to the wall, and I can't release her from the wall for whatever reason. The one I just found was in a forest. Wasn't that one. It was not the summon water. It was over here, wasn't it? Yeah, the one I was just at were these, the King's Realm ruins. So there was something under there. I'm gonna cavort through this town for a moment, leading up to Raya Lucaria. So I've explored Raya Lucaria pretty thoroughly, but I think actually this little town area I have not. Partially, mostly, because it's full of angry guys, including this like flamethrower head enemy type, which I've never taken one of. I've never taken one of those down. There's a lot of doors here that I'm certain don't open. It's almost extra evidence that the door is not going to open when there's a comment in front of the door. This looks like something. And I also think I'm hearing like a skill scarab or something. Looks like it's... Okay, no, it's not glowing. That's my imagination. So we've got possibly something going on under the bridge. And we've got Finger Reader Woman over here. Might want to chat.
You're Michaela's fate. Slaughter. But all you need to is snatch it from the pretty.
So that sounds to me... I don't know what the story is with Michaela's favor in general, but if I just need to snatch it from the big pot, that would be over in Kalis. There's the very, very large pot that I haven't tried to fight because it's very, very large. Come to think of it, it's one of the circumstances where I should probably try hitting the NPC. I was avoiding hitting the NPC because I didn't want to make it mad. But I should probably hit the NPC. Let me get the item. My goodness. Ah. My goodness. There we go. The hitbox for that remains pillage was utterly awful and completely not worth it. We've got a crab down below. Got a couple things like underneath the stairs there. This whole place is super guarded. Yeah, this is the Academy Gate Town. The only important thing I've found in the Academy Gate Town, I believe, is, well, there was a golden seed here, and of course the gate to Raya Lucaria itself. I'm kind of mixing up Raya Lucaria and Raya Lucaria. Not sure which. Yep. It's like, alright, I can't grab this item. Guess I have to kill you all so that I can get this. Oh. You're what's causing the faint glow. It's a teleporting scarab. I've seen these in a couple places. Not the glow, but the, like, sparkle noises. So the teleporting scarabs have to be killed from a little bit far away, but they have very little health. So you can kill them with things like throwing knives, so long as you can see them from far enough away. Killing off a number of these frog people before they make my life difficult. Okay, so there's a lot around here. I'm really not sure. So there's a lake shore there. That lake shore leads to the study hall entrance, some other things. This looks a little conspicuous. I'm gonna go to the west and go along that shoreline. You're not a frog, man.
It's me, Dialos. Answer me, would you?
I never found her, did I?
Hello, friend. Tell me if you know the whereabouts of the hidden house of those despicable fiends. They laid hands upon my servant. The tale of House Hoslo is I, Dialos. They laid hands on the tale of
Like corpse, therefore try coffin. Corpse. Nobody seems to be commenting on finding this person alive.
The tale of House Hoslo. I, Dialos.
Was she hanging out here this entire time? Dialos has been missing from the, like, meeting hub for a really long while, now that I think back on it. And that should have been a sign. Ow! Cartwheeling frogmen. Okay, so from here, check for caves. Couple of jellyfish. They have not really signified much that I can discern one way or another. Well, this almost seemed meaningful. Yeah, everybody seems to be searching for all these possible caves. I think up ahead there is one. Yeah, the crystal tunnel is something that I found over exploring this way earlier. So at least there's that. And that was actually a pretty meaningful cave, from what I recall. I think that's the one where I got a hold of the smithing extra stuff. So we could knock down that mausoleum, but every mausoleum we've knocked down is good for the same purpose, which is duplicating things I already have more of than I need. So we're not going to worry about it. They don't even serve as like quick travel points once they're knocked down. Okay, it's interesting that there is a spirit spring here, but not very necessary. I don't think that's important right now. Oh. Random somber smithing stone. Okay, I'll take those. Okay, heading north of this bridge. There are a couple possibly noteworthy landmasses up here. Oh, are we getting lightning? That was a peculiar amount of lightning in one spot. You know, I've seen a couple places that are like that, where it's just one spot where lightning seems to keep striking. Okay, what was this before? Looks a little wrecked. I feel like I may be missing some storytelling on certain things like this. Okay, and that leads towards the ravine, which I've actually gone through a couple of times, so I'm not really concerned about missing anything in the ravine in particular. Head over here. So this landmass has a tower that I haven't been to in a long time. Should probably re-examine this tower, determine if I can find a way in. S2's rise. Okay, so from the outset, looks closed. Seek 3 wise beasts. We've seen this before. Seek dog, and then try attacking. Oh, we've got all sorts of things showing up. Please let go. Okay, we've just got these guys kind of getting up indefinitely, which I suspected might be the case, but I wasn't gonna, you know, just give it up right away. 3 wise beasts. Okay. So I've had a couple thoughts about what that might mean or refer to. I thought that would refer to something in the underground. Seek up, behold dog, O dog. Up. Oh, what the? perhaps we're supposed to find on this island 3 kind of beast creatures from among these phantoms. So there's one being a sort of spectral turtle. Okay, maybe they're all turtles. Turtle number 2. Okay. I think it's probably best to look out for a congregation of messages. That will be more visually distinct. Yep. So I think the third one, I would guess, is probably like down on the beaches of the island. Just need to make sure not to leave the actual island itself. Be wary of night. Okay. So we do have a grace here. Like the incantation. East ahead, you don't say. Where at? Now, one of those commented something about Beware Night. It's possible that what we're looking for might only come out at night. Or when it's, like, still foggy. Because we're not seeing the regular spectral guys anymore. Okay, here they are. They're still here. The turtle from before hasn't respawned, so shouldn't be out of luck on that. I don't think we need to reset it. Right down. There it is. The seal on the rise opened. That was a tricky one. Because it wasn't that it was on the beach, it was that it's like in the direction of the beach. Alright. So I would take that to mean that for any of these towers in general, the secret necessary to get inside the tower isn't really far away from the tower itself. That's good to know. Several paintings. We might just get a painting hint over here, which I don't mind. Those have been really fun. Like, I think that's one of the best mechanics they've got going on in this game. What do we get here? Another memory stone? Most of these towers are just good for memory stones. And I don't hate it. So come to think of it, I could go back to Celibus's Rise. Now, Rena's Rise is maybe one of the only places where I think that one actually just says this isn't going to open right now. It doesn't really say that there's a puzzle that has to be solved. These others have indicated, hey, you gotta solve a puzzle. I feel like there was a wizard tower somewhere around here. is it down here? Yeah, so it's Oridus's Rise. This is a wizard tower that I have not solved. So I'm going to take a moment to figure that out. Firstly, how do I get up there? I'm going to go to the rampart and turn around. So, Oridus's Rise should be up on this kind of plateau thing. Bit of a stretch. Well, that's something. Ow. No more of that. Now, drop the gravity spells. That's cool. Looks like there is a grace over here. It's fairly hidden. It's nutty how much time I can spend, like, backtracking through areas and still finding more stuff. All over the place. If I have to be traipsing around here, exploring and solving puzzles, I do not want you trying to eat me while I'm doing that. Three wise beasts. So I'm gonna take it that this is about the same puzzle. Yep. Let's find ourselves about 3 turtles in the general vicinity of the tower. An invisible one. That is nasty. These are the reasons why you really want to be playing online. Sometimes Dark Souls throws some funky stuff at you. But that's what makes it like a shared experience type of game. It's that everybody's struggling against the same nonsense. So you don't have to feel alone about it whenever the game really puts you through the ringer. You can kind of link up with people and be like, oh yeah, you too? Yeah, I was definitely stuck on that for a long friggin' time. Okay, might be a bit further away from the tower. The third one that I'm looking for might be a bit further away from the tower. I had one that was pretty close. And it looks like these two have both been on the ground so far. Which is maybe a little generous to me. So, yeah, I'm guessing the boundary is this entire area. So I'm going to go around and check out this kind of raised area. Oh. Is it you? Wow, that was just sitting there. Okay. That's on me, I'm going to say. It won't let me dismount. That's weird. Seal on the rise is open. There we go, there we go. Well, let's just quickly kick that guy. And it's gone. Whee. It's always such a bummer to look over and be like, oh, first time chat. Oh, it's a bot. Yeah. People talking about snakes again. I don't get it. Oh, you know what? I know what that's a reference to. They're saying snake when they see a ladder because Snake Eater is infamous for having the longest ladder in all gaming. This is just another memory stone? Yeah, okay. At least it's reliable, understandable. Technically got a lot of memory, if we ever wanted to use it. It does kind of point to the idea of maybe I shouldn't be spending so much time on opening up these towers, but it's cool. Yeah, I think this is probably still pointing to something that's connected to Radon's boss arena. Unless it's connected to, like, Lens Rise. What was the thing at Lens Rise? Does that say puzzle? I think it says the puzzle's not completed. But I think there's no set of imps over here, right? Yeah, because the imp statue is all, like, decrepit and gone. And this here says, what? Do I get anything from this? Not a word. So it's possible this follows the exact same patterning. Or it's possible that there's something else going on here. I'm going to take a cursory look around for any spectral turtles. That's just some ordinary eagles hanging out. Not spectral at all. Hey there. Marvelously slow to fly away, these birds. You know what? I wonder if I could just angle something. Hup. Okay. Alright, let's try and more clearly identify what I'm trying to land on. So... let's go for that balcony over there. Hold on a second. You're a bad guy. What are you doing in here? And I do mean a bad guy in a very loose sense, because these things exist and they are aggressive, but, like, they do so little. I'm guessing killing this might open the door on a permanent basis. That's all blocked off. Anyways, what do we find up here? I really didn't think about the fact that I could just, you know, jump up into here with the horse. Yada, 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 yada. More staircase. Is it another memory stone? Yep. Alright, well that's fine. That's what we're expecting to find in these, so whatever. It's fine. I could try the jumping puzzle over here, but I think it's not going to be meaningful until I've taken down Radon, and I don't want to do it twice. I'm interested in going after the pot that is sitting over here, since it was kind of mentioned that that might be something to do. Now, I thought it was weird that the hint about doing that was coming at me from over in Liurnia. So it might not relate to the same thing, but I haven't found other places that seem like they would relate to that hint. Come on, jump. Ah. They don't do that very often. Ouch. There we go. Okay, there's one down. Just take cover as we go after the next one. I wonder if I can target the wrists any earlier in that attack pattern. Ouch. And that'll trigger the critical for all the rest. Okay, now it's time for the great big experiment. So, let me see if can I talk to him again? Can I try to talk to him? Talk prompt even show up? Try gesturing. Friend ahead. I think I read that before. I don't have a cross arms gesture or anything. Right. Various messages. So, does this thing show any hint of acknowledging us? Jumping off. No head ahead. Alright. Yeah, there's a head on the other side. Yeah, it doesn't seem like we're getting anywhere with this. Okay, so still don't know the answer on that. That's rough. There are a couple lesser air trees, or minor air trees, that I could take a look at. The two of them in Kalis, I haven't been able to beat the Guardian for. I would love to be able to do fire damage for that. Summon Water Village, I know I've beaten a Mariner before. I'm going to take a quick look around here. Accidentally placed a marker. Let's see if there might be anything else here. I'm thinking that a Mariner qualifies as enough of something for there to not be something else in here. Well, it seems like there's a few undead, for sure. That's just like the bog standard enemies for this particular area. There is a turtle. Okay, no, there actually was something else over here. And I've gotten it before. So, I'm just gonna put a marker here. That has been done. I'm gonna head down to the Mistwood Ruins. This one I'm pretty certain there was an item in the basement that I acquired. Actually started me up pointed about the right direction. So it was in the Mistwood that I found one of the recipe books I was missing. Ouch. Ouch. Right. Okay. Sleeping Bear. Thing down here. Oh! I haven't actually opened this door. That's promising. Okay, so there was actually an item here I was missing. The Axe Talisman. What does this do? Enhances charge attacks, just in general. That's pretty cool. There's a lot of bosses where that could be very useful. I am wondering if the mounting charge attack does count as both mounted and a charge attack, or if that stops counting as a charge attack. Anyways, though. Go ahead and put a... Oh, not that one. Found a thing. Cool. Waypoint Ruins. Let's check that one next. There's actually a waypoint in the cellar for this one. I think that's because this is the one where there is like a magic teacher. Do you have any updated dialogue? Like, let me just buy out your inventory and see if you update your decisions about me.
Draws at what is the Glintstone. Golden
amber of the
contains
cosmos.
remnants, while Glintstone contains residual light. It should not be. The Glintstone sorcery is the fact lost on the moon. You wish to very well.
I would like to just empty out your inventory because that tends to advance quests. I have like these are high tier golden runes. A little more. That was actually quite a bit.
You wish to very well.
There.
Your appetite for you make me proud. You wish to very well.
Okay, so she had a new bit of dialogue there when we bought out her entire shop. So if I then rest and leave, it didn't update her position at all. All right. That is fine. So we can go to the Dragonburnt Ruins. Let me actually go to the Demi-Human Forest Ruins. Every single church has basically had a sacred tier, so we can feel confident that we've looted every church we've been to. So I haven't necessarily found more in a church than just that. So, slightly northwest. Yeesh. One ruin has an invisible floor, and it just throws off my entire idea of things. This almost certainly just leads to the ruins that are nearby. But I suppose I should check. No, I checked this one earlier, actually. It led, somewhere I've already been. It's been dealt with. Okay, so in the Demi-Human Forest Ruins... Oh, there was a boss here. There was a Demi-Human-like spellcaster boss that I killed and I got a staff from. So I could probably call this place complete on that basis. Yeah, I don't think I'm missing anything with this. Alright, let's see. So, let me just put a marker there. I acquired an item. Next is to check the Tombsward Ruins. Easier if I travel to the Tombsward area. Northwest of this. I definitely don't remember what I might have found over here, if anything. Okay, well, there's definitely this here. That door over there definitely hasn't been opened. The Winged Scythe. Alright, so there was something more that was waiting over here, and now that is dealt with. I know what's going on in the Witchbane Ruins, but not what to do about it. And I could always go back to the Tower of Return. It seems the biggest thing I found over there is a trapped chest. And I don't know if that's really like a satisfactory conclusion to that whole thing. War Master Shack, and I've been up there. There was a special fight. Over there is a chat with a woman who doesn't seem to care about much. I've been to the Tower Bridge, which had a teleporter going over there. I think that brings me back to considering Liurnia. Let's take a look at the Purified Ruins. So I'm still short by one crafting book, which I suspect is either in Limgrave or Liurnia. Okay, so this over here would be the Purified Ruins. Or is it this other building? What's your conversation piece? Come out, one and all, from the darkness underground, and let us offer unto the maiden our eyes. Which maiden are you referring to? Is this whole notion seems to be playing out on repeat? Oh, he actually caught me. Yeah, so we've seen various notions about offering up eyes to a maiden. And this is well outside of the location where I've actually found a blind maiden before. So how is this story thread continuing over here? What does this relate to now? So there was certainly quite a lot to fight and a couple things. Here we go. This is new. What have we here? Two Fingers heirloom. And another Shibiri grape. That is definitely continuing that weird line of thought. And with that, we get increases faith. So we've got 3 of the heirloom items now. I'm certain we'll have another heirloom item that increases intelligence. At the very least. That would then encompass our 4 damage resulting stats. There might also be one for arcane. Which, from what I understand, appears to be fulfilling the niche that Luck fulfilled in Dark Souls 3. I would love to find another hint here about what the heck is supposed to be done with Shibiri grapes. We have 2 of them now, and I'm still very confused. But anyway, we can go ahead and place a completion marker on this. So, next ruin. The Artist Shack is not really a ruin. King's Realm ruin has been looted. We've got the 4 Belfries over there. The converted tower. And of course, we have no idea how to get up onto this plateau. That's Slumber Gold Shack. That's well and truly cleared. Church of Irith over here. I'm actually going to go back to the Church of Irith because the one guy was talking to us there before. Like the origination, the first NPC that we met when we woke up. He was over there talking to us. You know, for that matter, we have not run into Patches again, despite him claiming that he was going to be a merchant. Weird. So then, if we head back down to this church, which I believe is where we ran into, and it might have been somewhere else, actually. First off, well done, and then I'll give up. Right, I forgot about you.
You're most welcome.
Ah, that's right, I found a spare glintstone key, and he needed one.
You're willing to... Thank you. Now I can go to resume my stuff.
And he's given us a gesture of erudition.
Thank you. With you a blessing. Perhaps, who knows?
So he's going to Raya Lucaria. So this makes me think about some things. His quest is not going to be done. So let me go to the Grand Library. We've still got 2 or 3 peculiarities going on in Raya Lucaria. Like a couple unresolved threads. One of which being, what's up with this chest? Still locked. It's the way it is right now. One of which is, we know there's supposed to be some kind of secret related to this shadow. Or not shadow, the statue. Some kind of secret in the statue. Don't know what's up with that.
Down.
And,
Me not. I would but.
and Renala is still, really weird. Still hanging out. Okay, so... if that guy has come to Raya Lucaria somewhere, he's probably hanging out near one of the various rest points. So I'm going to check over at each of the sites of grace to see if that guy has shown up somewhere. Okay, he does not appear to be here at the front gates. As far as I can tell, no. Next is the Church of the Cuckoo. This is where we found the second key. I'd completely forgotten that there was a guy looking for a key. Alright, well, he's not here, from what I can tell. and then there would be the debate hall. Well, there's the lecture student house thingamajig, and then the debate hall. Actually, there's one more. There's this, the debate hall, and there was one other place. Okay, he does not appear to be here. Nope. Okay, yeah, there's the debate parlor, and then there's the south gate. I don't think he's going to be hanging out at the south gate. I don't know why. I don't expect him to be hanging out outside the academy at this point. Okay, don't really see him around here. Is he maybe like just a little bit inside the courtyard? No, okay. Yeah, one bit of patterning that's often very useful is that NPCs will only really show up in places that are kind of secluded. Alright, I think I'm gonna take a quick trip back to the round table to see if we've gotten anything to change. I don't think I've done anything too impactful. Running around talking to NPCs. Okay, so he's come back here.
Ah, the recusants sent a lackey. Can you believe they invited me to join them? I can scarcely believe it myself. You might be surprised to learn I took their only had to ask. It's on Mount Gelmir. That's where they hide. Just you wait. You'll rue the day you in the tale of House Hoslow.
Okay, so that's something for Gelmir.
Just you wait. The tale of
nothing going on with D. I always seem to knock over these books when I walk in. It's a real problem. Where's your girl? I might have to go to Lanedell to, like, get something to progress on that. I want to take out Radon before I go to Lanedell, because I know that I'm not actually, like, blocked off from dealing with Radon. It's just a really tough fight, by the looks of things. Impassable Great Bridge. Yeah, it's tough. Okay, so there was another dragon around here. There was all that. Alright. The next step would be to look at some of these Caelid ruins and try and make sure I've gotten things out of here. This is more valuable in every case than the ruins in earlier areas. Should be more stuff over here, or better stuff. Might be some mini bosses hanging out. Okay, yeah, we've got smoldering people that climb out of stuff here in the smoldering ruins. Probably should have seen that coming. One of these guys, I hate them. And then there is this. Aha, so we've still got something in the smoldering ruins. Double pumpkin head. Ouch. Ouch. So this is going to be pretty annoying. Yeah. The last time I fought a Pumpkinhead was quite a while back, and I think I did less damage at the time. So, I mean, by now, I should be better able to kill these. But any 2-on-1 fight is going to be nasty. So we cannot afford to take we can't afford to take hits. We can't afford to block. Hey, we're identifying some stuff we need to do, so that's good. Whew! That was fast. Notably, my jump attack hit his head, and that's why it did very, very, very little damage. We need to be hitting these guys in the body for it to even matter. it looks like the one with the flail is going to start every fight by throwing a spear. And if that is part of his, like, bread and butter day-to-day plan, then I need to go after him first. I do not want to be dealing with ranged attacks. It's one thing to have two targets running after me in melee. It's another thing when one of them decides to be ranged half the time. Wow, okay, the attack pattern for these guys is just insidiously dangerous. They hit really big areas all around them. My damage on them is pretty good. If I kill one of them, I'm pretty confident about being able to win the fight. So how do we get the one kill? Let's see, I think I'm going to try a longsword bleed build. Possibly dual wielding, but I'm not really set for it. Yeah, I loosely understand that Bloodblade is pretty good. And let me temporarily change this to no skill. Actually, I could just use this in two hands. Could also try using things like spray mists, other options like that. So that dealt very little damage. That flail even causes bleed. Is it a different blood-based attack that somebody was saying was really, really good? Because this is just super slow. Maybe it was the other one that people were talking about. Is it Bloody Slash? I should probably actually experiment with the attack before I just go in. Okay, that damage is actually enormous. That being said, that attack takes off a quarter of their health, which is super wild. Yeah, I haven't really been messing with damaging weapon arts, but the damage multiplier on some of these, I think might be really crazy. So we've got to find an opportunity where we can get them both into cooldown on some attack. Oh, the area's big too. That's huge. probably more than a little unfair. Oh, dang it. I say that, and then I get punched. I was very close. Wow, I probably should have been using this attack a lot. Is there some other drawback to this attack that I haven't, like, figured out? Because if this is just a really big attack that's doing way more damage than my battle axe, then I've been a chump, like, throughout this entire run. Okay, it can't be used while on horseback, so that's noteworthy. Still, oof. And I've been using it with just one hand on the sword. Does it actually do more with two hands on the sword? Okay, it did a lot less that time. I'm assuming that it's got, like, sweet spot properties. Yeah, so... And is it also hurting me to use? Because that's a reasonable balancing thing for this. Because I didn't check, I didn't see if I had full health when I got killed by that attack. But I wasn't expecting to get one shot, and then I did. Actually, let me just test over here. Like, I assume this takes some of my health. It does, okay. So those are the balancing factors. It takes a little bit of health to use, but the damage is actually immense. And the range is good. So you gotta be using this safely. I can't be trading shots with it, but this is super crazy. Dang it. It's still difficult to stay away from the two of them, and the Bloody Slash attack is fairly slow. So it's powerful, but it's not, like, overwhelming the challenge that would be there. It's powerful enough, but it's not... I wouldn't say it's trivializing this particular fight. Honestly, given the fact of what this fight is, I think it might be enabling this fight, because I don't know how I start to go about this without having a tool like this. Yeah. This is annoying. We've got pretty good odds. There's a substantial item behind here. So let me check for a moment. Okay, for my 5s and 6s I have very few upgrade materials right now. I think pretty soon I should discern a special weapon to be improving. Because I've got all these somber smithing stones just sitting around, as well as a place I could buy some of them. Flail Boil is definitely the worst one for me. I can't reliably measure his range. And that 1-2 is extra vicious. That did almost no damage to him. He didn't get hit by the meaty part of the attack. That's pretty rough. So the other thing I'm thinking is I could try a poison setup on these guys. See how that runs. Let's actually muck with that for a bit. Because I think the poison skill that I have access to through the Ashes of War, it's a mist effect. And that might be really effective on these enemies that are very clunky. So I'm gonna give that a shot. So there's a couple questions on this. Does the mist itself do damage, or does it just cause poison buildup? And like, how much buildup does it cause? Is it really viable? And then, of course, how long does it take to use? Ah, so that is not just a mist, it is a slash that kind of leaves a mist behind. Interesting. We did successfully establish poison with one good hit of it, which is kind of interesting. So, can I equip this and the battle axe without... I can. So I can equip both of these. Can I get the battle axe to have something interesting going on? Okay. So yes and no. It can take gravitas. Is it int scaling? Give it frost buildup. And that's chilling mist. Let's try this. The cold effect. Come on. Get me out of here. Getting off an attack this slow against two guys is kind of a crapshoot. Just the sheer ability to, like, exist in the same quarter of the room as them is really annoying. The fact that they're both on the same moveset as opposed to, like, Ornstein and Smo. Ornstein and Smo are honestly slow by the standards of the game right now. But the fact that they use a different moveset means that you can kind of pay attention to one of them at a time, and it basically works, because they don't synchronize their moves very well. Also, the room where you fight them is freaking big. You have pillars and all this other junk. It's not like a tiny 2x2 square where you... It's not a tiny 2x2 square, and only one of them has big sweeping attacks. Like, the difficulty of these games at current does not compare to the difficulty of Dark Souls 1. Dark Souls 1 is not a problem. Now, Dark Souls 1 doesn't have a lot of variety in strategy. It doesn't have these big expansive areas that you can check out. The latter half of the game is maybe a little rushed. But... okay, I was able to have them, like, almost kind of split long enough for me to do one of those attacks. So one Poison Slash is certainly a good idea, though. Because that's doing quite a lot of effective damage on them. And honestly, I am just spending a ton of the fight running away from them. So one big poison attack helps a lot to set that up. Also, I did one big poison attack on one of them, and they both got poisoned. So using these, like, cloud-based specials seems pretty good. It's unfortunate that most of these can only go on swords. Like, a lot of these cannot go on axes at all. Could I have just, like, any amount more space for this? Jeez. Look at this. I'm like backed into a corner immediately. Spending the entire friggin' fight in corners. I was probably doing better with the Bloody Slash setup, even though it was even riskier. It's probably still likelier to work out. All right, this time I'm gonna try and start off with the Frostbites attack. Because if I can affect them with Frostbite, they will move slower. And then maybe I can actually get something done. Oh, neat. He threw the friggin' battle standard at me again. This is a ridiculous fight. I can barely... like, I can fight one of these guys just fine on SL1. But two of them in a tiny room. Ugh. They don't backstab and they barely stagger. Like, I'm certain there is some kind of setup where I can get a stagger on them and have a better time. Maybe if they're parryable, I don't know. That'll kill me. The thing is, I need to bet on these things that I know are not going to go well. Because I don't have the time between their attacks to think about what they're actually doing. Because the other one's just going to show up if I don't try to take that opportunity. Honestly, I have not analyzed these guys to a huge extent. Okay, there's Frostbite on one of them. That's lethal, right? No? Not lethal? Surprising. Okay, so while one of them is frozen, it's certainly easier to stay alive, but it's not win the fight easier. And that's pretty tricky. So I'm gonna go back to the Bloodblade strat. Does that seem to be the only situation where I was actually, like, putting enough damage on one of these guys to maybe kill them? Also going to take a moment, drink my Physic Flask before I go in here. Soaking one hit might mean all the difference. top off. Okay. There's my one. I need you to make an attack. Dang it. Yeah, that was the wrong time to commit. Yeah, if I get into a situation where one of them's just kind of ambling about, I'm gonna have a bad time. I need them to be committing pretty consistently so that I can actually get this opening in. A bit of fancy hoof work. Alright. So it is helpful that I can attack them from a little outside their range with this special move, but I don't know. Okay, that was rough. That was a good one. Okay, top off. Stop crouching. Need that. Woo! I almost dodged that wrong. Ah, dang it. He was doing the big double spin thing. I would love to be able to focus my damage on one of them cleanly, but we just gotta take the shots we can get until we can get it down to one of them. If it's down to one of them, I should be able to fight him pretty normally without having to do these big committal blood slashes. And I don't even know what I get for doing this. Put this in two hands. I don't know if one-handed or two-handed actually affects the weapon art damage. I'm not sure if it's actually calculated off of strength regularly or if it's something else. Okay. My second dodge needed to be a backwards dodge, or it had to be unlocked, one or the other. I should actually be doing this fight unlocked, so that I can get 8-way, all directions rolling instead of 4-way rolling. Let's see. Okay, so I've been at it for 2.5 hours. It's got to be about 5:30 right now. One down. There we go. Whew. All right. Now it's time to put away Blood Slash, because this is clearly, like, way too powerful for standard everyday use. The Visage Shield. That's creepy as hell. Probably really fancy. It's got the Tongues of Fire ability. Requires 44 strength to use. Yeah, that looks pretty wild. Hold to continue spraying fire, can be used while walking. Ugh. Designed to remind one of the horrors of facing a fire giant. It has an instructional function. Alright. Okay, so, the Calum ruins have since been looted. Whoops, didn't mean to put that there. Let's get out of here, and we'll head over to the Forsaken ruins. All kinds of ruins available to us. One after another. We need to cut west for this. Jeez, those guys are tough. Plenty of health on them. Okay, so I think this ruins is one where I think I've been into the basement because I remember the birds. Yeah, this is a stone sword thing. So I headed down here, and there's a treasure chest that I have already looted. Okay, cool. And we're not allowed to use the map right now because of the birds. Could the birds just bugger off? Leave me the heck alone? Seems like a no. Alright, alright. Okay, enough of that. Dead. I'm gonna go to the last site of grace. Yeah, so whatever abilities we have from a weapon, I don't think any weapon arts are gonna help us against General Radon either. So that's something to think about. Okay, there's that. Next is going to be the Street of Sages ruins. Although I know something I found in there, because I found a full armor set down in the Street of Sages ruins. Although I think it is almost universally true. Almost every ruin has had some kind of underground chamber as well. Okay, so this does not afford me a route down in there. That actually also has one that I can see right now. Can I take this down? This might be ambitious. That worked. So down in here, what do we have? Okay, this has already been looted. Cool. And we're stuck in a combat again. Come on, give me a break. So many guys. Did I actually get poisoned in the course of that? It looks like I did not. Thank goodness. All right, so that's checked off. Next is going to be the Caelid Waypoint Ruins. Head over here. If only I had checked all these ruins the first time. And if I had been diligent about marking off things on the map. Not just discovering them, but adequately exploring them. So we don't get those little Fallout cleared messages. Okay, I don't see anything in here. There's something. check this first. Okay, nothing there. Excuse me, bug buddy. Head down here. Ouch. I think, was this the one that had a whole bunch of bugs in it, and then I just ran to the other side and got loot? Okay. Half that. There are a bunch of bugs. I did run to the other side. Meteoric Ore Blade. That sounds pretty cool. This guy's just gonna refuse to take hits when I jump at him. I don't think it's worth my time to try and get out of here. No, actually, maybe it's fine. How much more junk do we have down here? Any more of these annoying bug guys? Well, now it's dealt with. Cool. So, Caelid Waypoint Ruins. Looted. That appears to be all the ruins I've located in Kalis. Yeah, thereabouts. Just kind of tight cluster of 4. I didn't checkpoint these. I didn't check off these Waypoint Ruins. I guess I'll head back here. And I'm still looking for one of the very early cookbooks. Oh, no, that was in the Waypoint Ruins. That was, okay. I'm gonna go to the, wait, Seaside Ruins? This is a ruin? It is, but I don't think it's a ruin in the same sense that the Dragonburn Ruins are. It's just the more general status of ruining. Anyways, I'm trying to get down onto the water. And we're gonna go double check those dragon ruins. I believe I've been over here to loot. Let's see. Okay, yes, this is... Wait, why is that chest not empty? Is it a teleporter? Okay, we've got a teleporter chest here. Where did this one go? Let's take it. Take it for a ride. Okay. But I can mark that off. It's explored. Probably gonna dump me, like, somewhere in Kalis. Yeah, it's Celia Crystal Tunnel. Okay, okay. I thought this is where the return place dropped me off. Alright, the Dragonburn Ruins has been looted. Alright. And I can't teleport from here, so I guess we're fighting our way out. I think I've already cleared this place. You know what? I don't think I've cleared the boss here. No. Not in no small part because some of the enemies around here are utter nonsense. I super hate these bug guys that can shoot a homing projectile at you from a different floor. It is like super fast. And they can just actually hit you from outside a line of sight. Nutty. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think I've beaten the boss of this place, and because this is a crystal tunnel, this might actually get me like a bell bearing on completion. Please don't notice. Checkpoint ahead. Okay. Right. Yeah. 'Cause there's the stake of the America stake. Okay, and here's the way out. So I think that's a lot of what I did before. So yeah, because there's the Grace. Okay. Let's actually tackle this to beat it, because I don't think I have. And once again, we have no map indicator of whether or not we cleared a dungeon. So I think my goal is actually up over here, but... okay, I'm... we on like super high alert now? Is everything after me? I would love to just platform up here, but I can't do a dang thing. We've got Bugman Jones on my butt. Just doing damage to me from wherever the hell he cares to. I imagine we want to kick that ladder down. Pest's Glaive. Neat. There we go. You punk. There we go. Alright, so... bash through that. Do I have to use an alternate entrance into this place? Okay. Can I fall down into that from above? Okay, so... whoa! Look at you being all angry. Smithing Stone 5 is still pretty valuable. I think over there is my kicking ladder. Yeah, so we can get the soft shortcut. Yep, just gonna deal with this pest on the right first. Boom. There we go. There. Alright, so despite kicking the ladder, I really don't want to die here, because this place is super rough. There are a lot of guys, very difficult to keep them away. Okay. On the lookout for ceiling hanger stuff. So we've got some number of pests over there. One that was just looking at that pile of dragon wound grease. He hasn't woken up the others on the right yet. Okay, they're still not awake. Got a butterfly. So back over this way. Was there a different way to go over here that I'm neglecting? Loosely, sort of. There's this down here, but this is not a different route. It's just a couple of items that I don't want to leave behind. Cool. And inside here, ooh, treasure chest. The rock blaster spell that I could care less about. Yep, prawn wizards. I came back over here because I realized I had just gotten teleported here and then left, and I never actually cleared it. And the prawn wizards suck. I hate these guys. Okay, let's see. Faithful's Canvas Talisman. What is that? Raises potency of incantations. Okay, okay. Better prayers. Yeah, these guys are the worst. Okay, looks like a door. And nothing hanging from the ceiling waiting to kill me. Bunch of goofball messages, probably. Alright, what's the actual boss of this place? So if I need to run for this, it's gonna be obnoxious. Falling Star... This is new. Oh no! I'm dead. Certainly dead. They gotta hate finding a new enemy type as the boss somewhere. Oh, interesting. It's actually a strength incant build. Okay. I kind of thought there might be, because I've seen, well, there are like Dragon Breath incantations and Beast incantations. So, thought they might run the gamut. Okay, so now back here. Can I just like sneak up to this ladder and go? Survey says yes. We've got a prawn wizard over there, but I think I can just keep going. And there's one on the left who wants to jump out and get me, but we're gonna pretend he doesn't exist and run to the boss. That'll work only because we duck to the right when we hear his casting. Oh, hey, buddy, you're up. Ouch. Oh, that's nasty. That is nasty. I noticed that despite being made of rock, this thing is not slow. Oh, you can get strength-based pyromancies. That's kind of fun. Alright, I'll take another couple stabs at this guy, but I might want to let him sit. Although, I'm certain that this enemy type probably recurs. Oh, why did you wake up? You didn't wake up last time! Can I climb my ladder? You're not gonna let me climb my ladder, are you? Okay, there we go. Whew. Bolt through here. And we can get back to the fight. So we can get back to the fight as many times as we want. It's not too bad. Oh look, he's gonna have a new attack every single time we walk into this room. Oh my goodness. I just like, oh hey, floor's lava, floor's lava, floor's lava, dead. Alright, I'm gonna worry about this guy later. Holy crap. I have a sneaking suspicion, unfortunately, that that guy is probably blocking off another bell bearing that would allow us to buy higher level blacksmithing stuff. I really think he's probably got it, which sucks. Oh, right, I need to get out of the Celia Crystal Tunnel now. Since for some reason, the Celia Crystal Tunnel, like the only spot that actually forces your spawn without America Stake or anything, even though I found the Grace back here, it will force my spawn. Yeah, I'll have a bit of time to chat. Let's see, what time are we at right now? Is it 6 yet? It's almost 6. So I was probably gonna play for about another half hour and then take half an hour of prep. I don't really need it. I know more or less what I'm gonna say. It's just information more than anything else. Just getting people all of the information they need to make informed decisions. Okay. There we go. We're out. Tag this. Okay. Where do we want to go? Is there a button here to go to other locations? Whatever. Forget it. Forget it. Okay, let's see. So there's still a couple things I can do in Kalis at large. What are we looking at for Liurnia? I really still want to figure out what's going on at the study hall. That is something that is super bothering me. And I'm really guessing that it's like I had really thought it would be an item over in Ray Lucaria or something. There's like no hint at the study hall to help me with it. Yeah, this is basically nothing. It's just a tiny contained thing that's already been resolved. It's like, that's absolutely the Divine Tower over there. Nothing should be gating me off of it. I'm just going to climb the whole thing again. So the last time I climbed it, I have not climbed it since getting the Great Rune. So there's a loose possibility that that was the thing I was missing. Great Globe. It's... That pedestal's not there for nothing. I just... So there's got to be some kind of item that sits on that pedestal. There's a distinct possibility that that item is in this place. Just not finding it anywhere. Okay. There is the possibility of a really cruel trick. It could be that the item I'm looking for is hanging out on one of the chandeliers or something. Yeah, I've never fought this chick. She has like a stupid amount of health. Okay. So I haven't seen an item on any of the chandeliers. There was one item on a corpse back over this way that I've already gotten. Let's see. All right. Didn't expect despair, and then why is it always rat? Yeah. The rats up here have killed me like 4 times. So, let's see. These rats that do a really weird amount of damage. Here is not lying. Okay, so down below. Oh, she can actually hit me there. Well, isn't that just freaking something? So that staircase has got to drop. I just don't know how. It's got to be an item. I don't know where to find the item. Because there's a pedestal at the front of this place. Right here. Now there's a loose chance that I have to kill this broad for this item. Which is just frankly not happening. Because she one-shots me with most of what she does, and her health pool is ridiculous. Battle. So, okay. First off, castle. Which castle? So, I would normally presume this is talking about the castle of Rey Lucaria. Or it could be talking about the manor. Been all through the manor. Come over here. Yeah. No, she just blows you up. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You explode. I am thinking that there's like something very late game. Like, I think Awakening the Great Runes, all 5 of them, is possibly like a late game quest or a or something that changes your ending. So I've been presuming that each of the challenges at those places is tuned absolutely to endgame. But I think it's all in the realm of puzzles. Okay, yeah. Ronnie's still locked in slumber, as expected. Go talk to her other attendant. I have gone and talked to the wolf and the giant, and I've gotten the wolf up to... the wolf is over at Radon now. Yes, you can use a rune arc. Once you've awakened a rune, you can use a rune arc to activate it, but it's still a temporary buff. The temporary buff for the, by the way, for Gideon's Great Rune, the only one I've awakened. For Gideon's Great Rune, the awakened rune gives you 5 in all stats, like an extra 5. So that's like 25 levels while that rune is active, which is part of why rune arcs are so god-awful expensive and rare. They're like so weirdly expensive. But Renala's rune is the rune of rebirth, and I really want to get a hold of it. I really want to get a hold of her great rune, because I suspect it will allow me to bring certain NPCs back from the dead.
I've no time for the only thing I will hear. Are we under? I have. Well, the task was left to you, and not only are you. Well, there's now's as good a time as there's a glintstone sorcerer by the name of Selin in she.
Yes, I know her.
I asked her to look. I'll write you a letter of it.
Cool. Progress. And I know where that NPC is, because she's in the Waypoint Ruins. Because I've checked very recently. Okay, so this might progress the Nokron side quest?
There you are. Shall we commence the... Well, Celavis is not a name, but fine. If it were the stars, alter the fate of the Karian royal family. But long ago, General Radon challenged the swirling Now he is the fourth. If General Radon, and so too.
Okay, so I have to beat Radon. The garden that throws hand, the one in the manor? Yeah, I've cleared that place. Korea Manor. I'm assuming that's the one that you mean that throws hands, because there's a buttload of hands up in here. Okay, that's the second time I've been told, like, beat Radon. Yeah, it was. All right, I think that brings me to Radon Attempts, and I don't know what else to try. So, let's see. Go back to some of the other setups I was trying, see if I can poison him, maybe.
Champions!
Be sure to iron. Be sure to
Yeah, yep. Okay. Yeah.
Are you the fest?
Seems like I'm basically caught up between either, like, fight and beat Radon, or just go on to, what's it called? Either fight and beat Radon, or go on to the, Altus Plateau. Oh, no, we want to do Lance Talisman. Attacks, successive attacks. Yeah, I think it's the only real setup to go with. The Sore Seal's non-negotiable. The Star Scourge Heirloom's pretty good. Item buffs seem to last for a pretty long time. I did use a Rune Arc at one point in time to, like, check it out. And I used it and rested and it was still going. So it's not necessarily reset by that, it just goes for a really long while. But I'm certain they will fall off until you die. The temporary buffs from the Physic will go away over time. They just last for a really, really long time. I was checking on that before to see if the Physics actually counted for stats that I could use to equip weapons. But they don't. They're not that good. They're good, but... like, I still use the Wondrous Physic going into most boss fights. The only effect I'm getting out of it is pretty much the damage shell, but it's pretty helpful. Because a lot of bosses one-shot me. Get a little bit of leeway here. Alright, back to where I started today's session. He hits Torrent. A really hard time evading that. Okay. Dang it. What's the point of him having a big slam attack if it's not a good enough time for me to go in, hit him, and get out? Ay, ay, ay. Oh, that's the wrong time to get on horseback. Oh, yay. That definitely happens. Like, some of these fights, I think it's not super clear when you can actually like get something to happen, because a lot of these bosses just have really long combo strings, like exhaustingly long combos. Like I've seen this guy make like 7 attacks in a row, and that has been a bit of a bummer. I don't want every fight to feel like the dancer. I would like at least some of the fights to feel like Dragon Slayer armor. Dead. That's for sure. So I think I need to be galloping towards him while he's at the end of one of his attacks in order to land safe hits. I can't wait until he's done with an attack, then go in. I have to know when the attack is going to end and match that timing. There's also a possibility that there's some other trick going on in this battlefield that I might be able to exploit to have a better time of it. There's certainly places we can hang out that causes shots to collide with the dunes or other things like that. This is a huge area. Is he going to move away from there and come after me if I just go out to the middle of nowhere? Yeah, Mummy Dragonkin was a great fight. Because, yeah, all of his stuff is pretty short and sweet. He has one, like, long rampage combo, but he's not going to make more than 2 attacks on the spot for that, because he's just going to carry himself off to, like, a corner of the room. And he's got some little bits that'll force you to wait, because he's going to do, like, the lightning on the floor thing. But he's not going to stand still and do 7 attacks, or he's not going to slowly sweep through the entire room like it's a freaking sword Danmaku. Okay. So if I want to, I can certainly run to the other side of the arena, but nothing's even sparkling over here. Yup. Whee! I really probably need to experiment with a shield in this fight. To see if that's, like, survivable. So let me actually just check that real quick. It's only going to cost me 1 death. Check and see if we can block that air shot. Okay, that's what it looks like to block it. If there's one fight in the game where I think, like, summons are warranted, it's probably this one. It's just like, there's like 12 or 15 summon signs all over the arena. As if to say, like, fighting him solo, what the hell are you doing? It's clearly not intended. Oh, it just dismounted me. I don't know why. tapped his foot. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7. Leap. The leap is a standalone, but it doesn't have enough lag for me to hit him. That's just an idle sweep. Now he's coming in for one of those big ones. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Started my swing too early. That's just 1. Yeah, I think this would be an excellent fight to use ranged weapons, which I'm not using this run. 5, 7. It's a little different. Deep slam. At least they give you, like, a map-defining arena to fight him in. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna hate whatever his phase 2 is, I'm sure. I'm assuming that in phase 2 he ditches the horse and just goes like feral on all fours. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's new. Okay. Is this what your phase 2 looks like? It's super early, bro. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, but with a shockwave that half messed up Torrent. Okay. Oh, neat. Some kind of meteors that also drag me back towards him. Need Torrent a little bit. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, no, I'm not avoiding that, so, huh. I dodged that, that's cool. I can jump that. Okay, so I have to jump that while I'm coming back at him. Oh yeah, his horse has got to be having the worst time. I'm almost learning the dodge timing while on horseback. It's rough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Jump it. In. Slash. Leave. It dismounted me because I overclicked on the left thumbstick. Freaking rebind that goddamn button. Okay. So. Yeah. carry 30 of these. I mean, I think I got to phase 2, but his health was nowhere. Like, he was at like 80% health, and he's like, yeah, this is a fine time for phase 2. So, I don't know. I have more or less reliably figured out when I can actually go in and hurt him. So this is a little bit of progress. But I need to figure out some better methods for this, or I need to get more damage when I'm doing what I know to do, or I need to just look at like a full-blown strat for the fight. I don't have a lot of patience for the layout of this fight. Triangle strategy was looking like it, looking really fun. I was very intrigued by that. I think the timing of its release is probably unfortunate. Has it like recently hit? I think that was coming out sometime around now. I was very intrigued. I was considering picking that one up, but not while I'm playing this. Oh, it hit today. Yeah, I think once they released, what's it called? The six-fold thing, the Octopath Traveler, it was a very good idea for them to look at this genre next for their HD, for like HD picks. God dang it! Yeah, I think it was a really intelligent idea for them to look at this genre as the next thing for them to make with this as an HD RPG, or however they were referring to it. But a lot of what they were saying in the trailer was very appealing. Yeah, definitely. Okay, stop reading messages. Yeah, his what's it called? His bow shotgun attack is somewhat random. Like, the spread of it is not always the same. And if I take a hit stun from it, I will get hit by the chasing arrows. From what I've seen of this opening segment, I need him to have, like, I need just one of these attacks to not be in his kit. Like there. Okay, I have a thin opportunity to dodge after that happens to get Torrent back up to speed, or I'm screwed. It's just one cut. That's the leap. Leap is not an opening. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Whew. Two, 4, 6, 7. Managed 3 hits that time. Come on, do the one attack that I know I can punish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. poisoned him. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, that one's not enough for me to punish. Yeah, he puts the horse away, and he goes into the big old thing. Okay. So, he is vulnerable to poison. Well, not necessarily vulnerable, but we can get him to be poisoned. And that's somewhat heartening. Because he appeared to be taking damage at a good clip from that. Once it took effect. It's always after the third dodge that I get on Torrent. And then I rapidly move to LOS him behind this sand dune. Alright, I'm at the point where I need to look for more openings to have more fun on the fight. Oh yeah, he's stomping the horse itself. Too close. There's that whole sequence, which we don't try to punish. Okay, next phase. He is still poisoned. Thank you. That one's very hard to dodge. What are you doing? Okay. Just do your standard combo again, please. Not that thing. That's just like HP tax. 1, 2. That one might also be punishable, I'm not sure. Okay, he's not poisoned anymore. is this? Okay, that's new. Seven. My jump was not timed correctly, but I'm not dead because I was on horseback. Very slim punishment on that. Ouch. Need the horsey. Horsey's fine. Torrent recovers HP on his own actually pretty quickly. But, like, I don't know how quickly exactly. I would like a UI element for that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What are you doing? Just, no. Jump that one. 1, 2, 4. Yeah, I have not felt that raisins are meaningful. Almost ever. They're, like, technically available, but it doesn't seem to matter. I think they're just there to make you feel better. Like you're not being an utter jerk to your horse. Don't jump off the horse! That was a really mean sequence of things. Oh my god, this freaking... I need to unbind this. I actually hit him in the face for a moment there. Oh, that's an actual item. Almost forgot what I had to do there. One, two, 3, 4, 5. Be sure I can hit him on this one. So I think he's technically hittable on that one, but it's like way tighter than it looks. It's just an utter pain in the neck. All right, I'm gonna log off for a bit and I will be back onto this later. We did get him down to half, so I am like basically understanding the patterns. There's just a little bit along the way, and I am absolutely gonna get into a Steam binding that doesn't allow me to left click the stick. Like, shoot, I need to be able to crouch in a lot of circumstances. I'm gonna rebind it to the Xbox button, and that'll be that. And because I don't need the Xbox button. All right. So thanks for tuning in. We will be back on Elden Ring probably around like no later than 9ish, I think. Yeah, I think he's like, depending on what other patterns he has, he's kind of tolerable. It's just a matter of some of these like really bad pinch spots. And I wish there was a bit more margin of error. Like, I wish I could take a hit and not die, given how quickly he recovers from some of what he does. But I might need to experiment a bit more with his various things. It does seem as though poisoning him does a lot of effective damage, and that might be kind of the saving grace of the fight, is I think if I poison him about 4 times, he'll just die, and that could work out for me. I would like that very much. Without further ado, this has been Jupiter Exile. May we wander again soon.